Hi, this is Bongo from Johnny Bongo's Brewery, and I just want to go through my setup with you. I have a two-tier system. The pot on the left and the top is my HOT tank. The pot on the left and the bottom is my mash tun, which is insulated, and the pot on the right is my boil tank. So I bought the pots from a company called Bergland. You have to email them, and they come back to you with a price. The 50 litre non-insulated pots were about €42 each, plus delivery, which is about €25, and the insulated pot, which is 60 litres, was about €90 plus delivery. So I found them really good quality. I think they're actually the same pots that Angel Brew use. So this is my boil tank. I have two electric spiral 2.5 kilowatt elements in it, and I also have a hob stopper, which I bought from Homebrew Solutions. In America it was expensive, but it's really good. You don't have to whirlpool or whatever. The dip tube goes right to the bottom, so you just, after you finished with your immersion chiller, you just open the tap here and let the beer fly through, and it keeps the hobs and everything in the pot. And I've done this with massive IPAs and stuff, and it's never blocked, so it's a really good job. It's a good investment. So this is my mash tun, the one I bought from Bergland, and I fitted a false bottom on it and a thermo oil as well. The false bottom is connected to the stainless steel tap at the front. I find I'm getting a bit of grain through it when I'm brewing, which is pretty annoying. Before this I had an insulated picnic box with a slotted pipe arrangement, and I didn't have any issues whatsoever with grain coming through. But if anyone has any ideas how to fix that, that'd be great. I tried put some tubing around the side just to seal it better, but it didn't seem to sort out the problem at all. This is my HOT tank, so there's just two heaters in here and my tap, and I put just a dip tube down to pick up to the water at the very bottom. These spiral heaters I bought from AliExpress, and they were meant to be stainless steel, but they're corroding already, so I'm going to have to try to change them. So that's a bit of a problem. I'm actually going to America, so you can actually buy a Camco heater, which is 5 kilowatts. So I'm thinking about getting that and taking these two out. 5 kilowatts is low to heat up 50 litres, find it really good. My Neckley coupled pump, and I use that to pump from the mash tun up into the boil tank. I use this grant here, so the water flows from the mash tun into the grant, and then I pump it from there up into the boil tank. Some people just pump directly from the mash tun, but I just like to do it this way because I can see what's going on better. Control panel, I have two digital controllers to bring the heaters on and off. So this heater 1 and heater 2 for the boil tank, heater 1, heater 2 for the HOT, and this for my pump. I also have used these two multimeters to give me the voltage and the ampage, so I find this brilliant to be able to know if a heater's on or not, because my older system, sometimes if there's a bad connection or something, when the heaters wouldn't be working, I wouldn't know, so I know straight away now. So I was speaking before about my spiral heaters and the issues having with them rusting, so what I plan to do next is I'm going to actually just get one 5 kilowatt heater instead of two 2.5 heaters, and I'm actually going to put a voltage regulator instead of the switch here, and I'll be able to just vary the voltage into the heater and be able to ramp it up and down as I want, so I'll have final control. This is the inside of the control panel, so you can see the contactors and the breakers up top for the heaters, and these are the two controllers. Two fermentation chambers, and I find they work really well. So what I've done is have the cooling side with the fridge, and then I've put a heater in them as well, so I can vary the temperature to anything I want. The heating side of things, I've put a drain line heater in that's used in freezer rooms. You can buy these on eBay, or you can buy these off refrigeration suppliers like RDL or RSL, and they're actually what they're used for in freezer rooms. They actually slide into the drain to stop them freezing up, but they're rated for about 100 watts, which is enough with the fan to actually heat this up to about 30 degrees. So that's what I use for the heating. And then the sensor I actually drop in. I put a thermo well inside of my tank, my fermenter, and that actually gets the inner temperature of the beer, so it's able to control it pretty accurately. For the fermenter, what I bought was this lid for it. I bought some from America. So it's a clamp on, so you just open it like this. So cement slide off. Lift the lid up. Gasket there. It gives a perfect seal, so I find it really handy. Really good seal on it, and the hole is big enough that I'm actually able to stick my hand in there to give it a good clean and that, you know. I'll leave a link for the website. This is GW Kent, I think, that I bought it off in America, and it's a really handy way of converting a keg. Unfortunately, you can see that the tap is too low and that my temperature gauge is too high. When I got this welded in, it was a mix-up, so that's the one problem. But it is really useful, and I find it great. This is a reverse osmosis water system, so every brew I do, I turn this on the night before and fill 60 litres, and I use that for each brew, you know. And I add the chemicals I want to achieve the water profile I need, depending if it's an IPA or a stout or whatever. I use a software called Brew and Water to actually calculate the mineral additions that I need for each brew, and my pH always seems to come out pretty well, so I'm happy with that.